Children are going to die if we don't make changes.
Tina Fontaine asked for help but was turned away by a youth shelter just weeks before her 72-pound body was pulled from Winnipeg's Red River. The startling new report released today details just how support services failed the 15-year-old before her death sparked national outrage.
Tina Fontaine might always be known for the tragic way in which she died, but it is her life that is an important story worth knowing. It began even before Tina was born on New Year's Day in 1999. To know Tina's story, to really understand how she came to symbolize a churning anger of a nation enraged, each of us can look as far back as the arrival of European settlers and as close to home as the depths of our own involvement or indifference in the lives and experiences of Indigenous youth.
Penrose says it's important to look at Tina's story in the context of intergenerational trauma, including residential schools and the 60s scoop. It led Tina down a road marked by mental illness, housing issues, addiction, and violence within her family. Issues that Tina eventually faced herself, going in and out of child and family services. Her experience with CFS was described by one frontline worker as a jurisdictional nightmare, as agencies played hot potato. And the children's advocate says Tina's case mirrors so many others.
The losses she experienced, the fractures in her family, the inability to access necessary supports, the promise of services that were never delivered. These are echoes of so many children and their families.
Tina never got the counseling she was entitled to from victim services after her father was murdered. Her school didn't document a plan to help her as she pulled away and her behaviors escalated. Social workers missed indications of her sexual exploitation and failed to do required parental assessments. Penrose recommends the Education Commission review responses to student absences and reduce suspensions. She wants Manitoba Health to release an implementation report for mental health and addiction supports for youth. She's recommending Manitoba Justice ensure services are child-centred and quickly delivered. She wants the province to introduce safe and secure treatment facilities and create a new protocol for missing youth. A staggering 600 children a month are reported missing to CFS intake in Winnipeg. Derek Henderson is the chief of Saugeen First Nation, where about 24 people are currently reported missing.
It's just difficult. They don't have answers.
The Manitoba Advocate says she'll be tracking the government's compliance publicly. We expect the first follow-up in 6 months. In Saugeen First Nation, Stefanie Lasuik, City News.